Welcome back to another episode of MyMotoCoach.com. In today's video, we're going to help you figure out how to connect and become one with your motorcycle. And so my intention today is to really just to educate you and one little thing that you can do to have more control of your bike. And so we're talking about what do you do with your legs? What do you do with your knees? Do you keep them loose? Do you squeeze the bike? Do you squeeze the seat, or do you squeeze the tank? What do you do? And so today we're going to help answer those questions and help you get better and maximum control of your motorcycle. Okay, if you have a motorcycle and you just sometimes feel like you're out of control, sometimes you feel like the bike is controlling you versus you controlling it, or maybe you hit rocks and the bike's really jumping out from underneath you, or you're going around corners and the bike flips out, loops out from underneath you. There's a lot of things that can happen when you're not connected properly to your motorcycle. Ultimately you have to control it. I kind of like to think of it like bull riding. What do you think would happen if a bull rider went out there, got all saddled up, sat on the bull, and as it shot out the chute, he wasn't holding on with his legs, but with only his arms? Instantly his arms are going to get completely fatigued and tired out, and he's going to have no control on that bull, and he's going to get bucked off, and he's going to get trampled. And the same thing is with your motorcycle. You got to squeeze that bike. You got to squeeze it as hard as you can with your legs, and always be squeezing it, whether you're going through whoops or going up hills or any time. That's how you stay connected to your motorcycle and gain maximum control of your motorcycle. So you can see here in this photo, the first photo on the left, there's a little circle around the knee. That's where the knees or your legs are gripping into the bike. And if you're wondering where do you grip at, if you were to stand on your bike, take your, on a stand, take your hands off and stand up, or kind of bent over just a little bit, and then squeeze with your legs. That's the exact position you need to be in, and that's where you need to be squeezing at. Versus if you look at the photo on the right side, you can see the legs are not squeezing the bikes; they're actually out. Ultimately that's gonna derail your training efforts, and it's gonna be a bad habit in your life. It's gonna be really difficult to break as you get older. I speak from experience here. I'm not perfect, and it's something that I've had to deal with a lot over the years because I struggle with arm pump. When I go out on the track, I get fatigued really easy, and the only way that I can compensate that is I gotta learn how to squeeze the bike more and take the weight off my arms. Ultimately, it connects me to the bike better, and it allows me to last longer when I'm out on the track. Ultimately, increasing my speed, style, and race results. All right, here's a few clips. This is of a rider, Alex Harville. He's one of our coaches here. He's a pro motocross and supercross rider. He's actually got the world record for the longest distance jump. He's well over 400 feet. This guy is a legend in the motocross community, but he's one of those people who just has perfect form and fundamentals. He's training and practicing constantly. It's not something that came easy. He wasn't just born with a natural ability. He's really had to work these techniques into his riding, and he's out here riding. This is his local riding spot, and this is how he trains. He's out here. He focuses on one or two fundamental things, and he just practices for hours. Developing the perfect form and technique into his riding, and that's ultimately what you have to do if you want to, be an extraordinary rider. Next we have some local kids we're working with. I can kind of tell this rider, he's not squeezing with his legs because I can see you can see his knees moving around on the bike, and it's just one of those things that over time it's going to hurt him. At this level it might not be the biggest deal, but as he progresses in his career, it's one of those things that's really going to hurt him down the road. This guy right here, he's definitely squeezing with his legs, which that's perfect. So lastly, if you'd like us to assess your riding and make sure that you are riding with the most effective fundamental techniques possible, you can submit a video of yourself riding, or sometimes even a photo works, but to mymotocoach.com@gmail.com, and we'll get one of our expert coaches to assess your riding video and get you some feedback that's going to help you increase your riding. All right, see you on the next video.